He's gonna give us an insight in what happened in Slovenia under the very nice motto, Stronger Together. Welcome, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much for your kind words. Welcome from my side as well. I will try to present you in this short presentation our whole concept, what have we been doing in the past 3.5 years in the scope of Replace project in Slovenia. So what is the status quo for Slovenia in 2019 when the Replace project kick-started? Well, what we have found out that we have a lot of information but are very decentralized. We have energy advisory offices, we have a lot of web pages and installers that offers quite a lot of information regarding the boiler replacement, but we don't have a central point. Next up, we have in Slovenia, we had at that time around 440,000 boilers. Out of those, more than half of those was by biomass, and 72,000 were powered by fuel oil. So we have quite a lot of fossil-fuel based boilers that need to be replaced quite soon. And we have, similar as in Austria, we have energy advisory offices. We have 55 of those around the whole country, and they give out per year around 10,000 consultation. And so we realized that we have many organizations that work on the field of energy efficiency and building and renewable system in buildings, and they all work separately and towards the same goal. So this is the replacement of old boilers and try to stimulate renewable systems in buildings. So we saw here a great potential. So we started out at the design phase that we prepared some draft ideas for our campaigns that were executed in the past 3 years. What were our goals and who might the potential partners that we wanted to include in our local working group. So we assembled that group that consisted of 8 partners. They joined and they provided a vital link to better campaign execution. So in next stage at design phase, so at preparation phase of the campaigns, we had a regular meeting with all of those partners. So we tried to include them. So our campaigns were executed better, and the whole impact was much bigger. What we found out is that we also had to have a PR campaign on a national scale in order to have more visible campaigns and to have more reach. And as you will see later, this part had a big impact. So local working group in Slovenia consisted of 8 partners, and each of them was very important since we had EcoFund and Energy Advisory Network that all provided a vital link. So just to give you a roundup, what were key attributes of each of those, so you will have some sort of a feeling why they are our missing link, our vital link to better campaign execution in order to reach our final project goals. So EcoFund is the national public company that offers grants on the field of energy efficiency and renewable energy system measures in residential buildings. So I already talked about Energy Advisory Network, and we had sections of energy installers and chimney sweepers. So that brings together almost 1,200 experts. Then we had also Consumers Union of Slovenia. That company in the past had already executed joint purchases campaign, mainly of the heat pumps air-to-air and residential biomass furnaces. So we brought them so in order to help us with our own campaigns in the scope of this project. Next up is the community of municipalities of Slovenia. As you probably don't know, Slovenia consists of 212 municipalities, and this organization, community of municipalities, can reach each of them since it sends weekly newsletter and can contact them, each of them, quite easily. And the last two are very important as well. Borzen is also a national company and carries out tasks related to informing and raising awareness about the efficient use of energy and renewable sources in Slovenia. So they have a national platform where they have to promote energy efficiency and renewables system throughout households. And Center for Energy Efficient Solutions is a company that organizes many events related to energy efficiency and has a wide reach to national experts. So joining forces with multiple organizations can and should reach can unlock vast potential. So each local working group partner became a partner in both design and execution phase of our Replace campaigns. The triggering point for each partner was for taking on proactive role in Replace project was a common objective that we had us as Jozef Stefan Institut as a Replace project partner and as a company. So those goals could be like promotion of renewable systems, more in-depth energy consultations, further education of installers and chimney sweepers, etc. So all goals that Replace project strived for. So just to have a quick overview, we have seven individual campaigns in Slovenia in the past 2.5 years, and each campaign was backed by our local working group partner. So similar, we had 2 collective actions, and similar as here well, we have local working group partner that took on proactive role in order to extend our reach and to increase our campaign impact. So regarding the campaigns, for example, our labeling campaign was taking place together with community of municipalities of Slovenia. So they reached out to each municipality with their newsletter for 2 months each week. And in the end, over 80 municipalities published our Replace project information and labeling campaign. So 80 municipalities out of 212 were actually aware of Replace projects, and they were able to get Replace energy label. So regarding our joint equipment purchase collective action campaign, it was like that the campaign took place between April and December 2021. The campaign was called Zamenjaj olje za okolje, which in English translates to replace fuel oil for the sake of the environment. We established a web page. The whole campaign was designed as an education process for households. The overall goal was to raise awareness and encourage households to replace old inefficient heating devices, whereas fuel oil boilers were targeted. Since we had 72,000 fuel oil boilers, we targeted those because we just tried to replace them to boost the replacements of those. The campaign, the joint purchase campaign of those was a successful combination of Replace activities and refined business model. So the method that we had was threefold. So the household came to our webpage, and it was a step-by-step learning process. After that, their knowledge was tested through a questionnaire, and after that, they obtained a voucher. By that voucher, they were able to install a heat pump that replaced their old fuel oil boiler, and they had an additional discount besides the national grant. So after they obtained a voucher, a consortium of possible investors was formed in order to replace fuel oil boilers with heat pumps. So, yeah. The voucher the voucher enabled households to receive free foundation for the heat pump and control management system of heat pump. The whole investment or the whole extra grant there the heat pump manufacturer offered was estimated to be around 800 euros. The campaign goal that we targeted was to stimulate 50 fuel oil boiler replacements. So again, the campaign took place between April and December 2018. So that's about like 9 months, right? Final result was that we managed to replace fuel oil boilers in 147 households. So this is quite a great success that we can share between all of you. When we get all the data, this presented an aggregated of almost 1.5 megawatt of installed power of heat pumps, and we modeled that this estimates to almost 1 kiloton of CO2 savings. This is one snapshot from the field that we got. So we replaced fuel oil with some renewable and long-term sustainable system. Next collective action campaign was fuel oil phase-out offensive. In this campaign, 2 public entities as local working group members worked together. Again, the whole goal was to raise awareness among households about replaced tool. So mainly the whole focus was on replaced calculator. In order to enable households to make more informed decisions when they take on the replacements. Parallel with that, we executed a strong PR campaign. Our goal was as well, during that, our goal was to embed link to replace tools, mainly our replace calculator into national public call for grants. So this is very important story. So EcoFund offers grants to households that replace old boilers. So what we tried to do was to integrate the information about replaced tools into public call. So each household that wants to get a subsidy from the country in the range of 2,000 to 6,000 euros, they are well in advance informed about our calculator, and they are actually obliged to check it out and to get more information regarding to more justify their final decision. So this was successfully executed. So the main idea that we had was to set up a systematic education of households and raise awareness among experts and households through a web platform that is going to ensure the afterlife of project results. So in the upper right corner, you can see a chart. So in November 2021, we had a PR campaign nationwide that lasted 2 weeks. With this resulted that over 3,500 individuals checked out replaced heating system calculator. And over 3 million people were reached through web-based articles. So this was quite a big success for our campaign. So in 2021, I think that in April, a new public call for grants was opened and consisted a direct link to replace heating system calculator. So this ensures that each household that is planning to replace their heating system is aware of replace campaign and is informed about educational process of heating system replacements, all the necessary steps that they have to take, and what is, of course, very important about replace project, our results and tools. So what did we strive for in the scope of replace project? Who were the key actors and what were the key elements? So our main goal of this project in Slovenia, which is our target region, was to set up a systematic educational process throughout our all campaigns. So either collective action, either individual. So we had, as you were able to see, we had a lot of local working group members that each of them played a key part at some point, and this ensures that even after the replace project will finish, will ensure that households will get more information regarding their options, regarding the replacements of their old boilers, and they will be able to make more informed decisions. So to sum up, many replace campaigns in Slovenia were designed to last for several years. For example, chimney sweepers procured over 1,000 labels to help further the cost of green technologies. 55 energy advisory officers are now well equipped with replaced materials that will enable them to keep educating households. Through a national web-based platform with Borzen, in addition to existing efforts, they will now promote replaced materials as well. And each household that intends to apply for national grants for investing in energy efficiency and renewables is now informed of replaced tools. In the past 2 years, not only are the replace calculator and matrices now a regular part of the consultations, the tools are now also being used as a decision-making advice tool for energy renovation of multifamily buildings. We have a separate project, it's called Care for Climate, where we test financial instruments that are being tested at the moment, and the calculator is regularly used there. And in the scope of Horizon Project Time Pack, we check how the calculator could be used in the potential upgrade of the energy performance certificates. So I'm presenting this, but the whole work that has been done is, of course, part of our larger group of experts on Jozef Stefan Institut. So that will be all from my side. Thank you for your attention. So if you have any further question, I'm here and available. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we would have time for one quick question. There is one online. Yes?
Thanks. On the collective purchases for heat pumps, was it only for the equipment or for the full installation?
Full installation.
Okay.